In a world scaled down but tensions ready to rise, this is Nations Uprising, an SMP where 5 nations take their place on the world stage: the Qing Dynasty, the Republic of Czechia, Romania, the United States, and the Russian Soviet Federative Socialist Republic under my command. Set on a 1 to 500 scale replica of Earth with real borders and real ambition, each player leads their nation into a new industrial age. Backed by the powerful Uprising modpack, we harness the strength of create, mechanism, nuclear science, and immersive engineering to build, trade, or destroy. But industry isn't the only thing lurking in the shadows. Down in the caves dwell creatures forgotten by time: the Wendigo, the Knocker, cave dwellers, and with the air thin, the nights freezing, and the world unforgiving, only the strong will endure. This is not just survival, it's politics, it's power, it's nations uprising. It's been a while since I've made it to Moscow, and a few things have changed. For starters, we have made a moat. This moat is to protect me from the Wendigo, because this thing can kill you through the walls, as we figured out, and I, to be honest, don't want to deal with that. Nope, that is not for me to deal with. I do not want to. Another thing has changed. We have added a few more mods, as you can clearly see in the bottom, in my hotbar there. You can see the temperature mod. We've got the... Forgot the name of the mod, but adds thirst and temperature, so that's just nice. This pairs very well with serene seasons, as it's pretty cold, as you saw there. My stuff is freezing, and the lakes, not the rivers, are also all freezing up. Even on the map, you can see all the rivers freezing up. So over here, we're working on the train station. So the reason why we're working on this train station is because I recently visited the Romanians down in Romania. As you see, we went all the way over here, down here to Slobozia in Romania. So that is around about here. Chisel and Bits mod to add these little fancy stuff onto this place, because why not? Ooh. All of my buildings will be based on real life locations, and this one just happens to be based on Russia. Well, in the United Kingdom, this is the it's a station in Dunblane, Scotland, so that's pretty interesting. So my plan is to have a train station. We're gonna have a train line, hopefully. This train line is gonna connect me all the way over to Kazakhstan, all the way over there. Yep, all the way over there. And it's also going to connect me to Romania, hopefully, as I will be either I'll probably be annexing Ukraine soon enough, and I'll be able to put the train line through there, as that will be my own territory. I've also major expansion, which means I've got way more natural resources that I can take out of the mines. So yeah, so we need to work on getting more clay so we can get more bricks. So that's what we're going to do to start. We're going to get more bricks and hopefully find food, as resources isn't the only challenge I'm suffering from here in the middle of Moscow. We have also got a major food shortage, which is not very ideal. And temperatures here get very cold, as you can clearly see with the rivers. My skill issue? Right, so this is where I got the clay from last time, and this is where I'm going to continue to grab clay from, as it's pretty open, and there's a lot of this on the ground, so I don't really have to worry about running out of clay, as I don't think there's going to be any shortage of clay anytime soon. So for those of you who don't know, I hope you all know, but clay is what you need to get bricks, and I'm making a train station out of bricks, as you saw. I'm also going to need concrete for the little special designs. That's the man from the fog. He can't spawn in caves, can he? No, he can't. Surely not. I know the Wendigo can spawn in caves, as if he wasn't bad enough, but I don't think the man from the fog can spawn in the caves. Then hopefully everything will be just fine. I'm also going to improve on these mines. I'm going to make them like more like tunnels instead of exploring caves. If there are caves, I'll make it like some sort of attraction. So not only will I be planning on making an on-land railway, I'm planning on making a sort of subway system connecting all of Russia together. It'll take ages, but personally, I think it will look cool and it's worth it. That's all I'm going to say. That's what I think. If you guys think different, please let me know. And if you have any other ideas, also please let me know. I appreciate any feedback. And I will take into consideration your feedback if I feel, which I most likely will do. I love getting new ideas because I'm not exactly the most well known for the create mod. I don't really know the bits and pieces and the technicalities of it. So any sort of assistance or advice would be pretty useful. And if you guys have any like building recommendations that you would like to see in the future inside of Russia, please do let me know and I shall be constructing it. As I will be based, as I said earlier, all my buildings will be based on real life structures. So please, if you have any locations you'd like to see built, and let me know, I'll give it a try. I'm not the best builder, but I will at least try. That's all I can do. That wind better not be a tornado. No, it is a snowstorm. Why is the Wendigo in my farm? Wendigo, what the? Bro. I mean, camped by the bleeding Wendigo again. Well, honestly, I'd rather him in there than in my mind. Oh, I was gonna start killing things and screaming at me now, isn't he? Okay, so that's the train station all built. We have finally finished the entire build, and it took quite a long time. It took a few IRL days. So this is the completed product. Now this is just the outside. I will be decorating the exterior, and then I'll be making the interior in future videos. So stay tuned for that, and I hope you enjoyed this epic time lapse.